Welcome back to this Let's Play of Final Fantasy XVI. Last time we got started and just got warmed up to what's going on, what this game's about. So this is kind of neat. I went to save the game at the end of the last episode off screen, and it's kind of neat. They show 8-bit characters for your party. I guess this kind of does answer the question of will there be party members in this game? So it's good to see that there will be. I guess right now the sister is in fact a party member. It says right there she's a party member, actually. You know, this was using 8-bit characters for your characters and menus and such was something they did in Final Fantasy 15. I kind of like that. I hope that tradition continues. I don't think they really do that for 7 Remake, but 7 Remake can be an exception. If for no other reason is because they didn't do that in the original 7 game. But yeah, it says she's in my party, but I can't. Oh, here we go. Her name is Jill. I can't really seem to look at her stats or change her equipment. If I can go down here and it tells me about levels, ability points, Gil. Then I can go over here to the characters, but it doesn't really seem to do anything. Just going over to them. "55 attack and 55 magic. That's a lot. I do have accessories. When equipped, Clive can automatically evade attacks as long as the attack can be evaded. Kind of sounds overpowered. Are these accessories that they give you to make the game a cakewalk? I kind of feel like those are the accessories they would give you if I switched to the other gameplay mode for story based, because I thought that's what I was reading when I was starting this game. Like if I switched it to story focus, it would give me accessories to help me breeze through the game. Did I switch to this at some point? Like when I was fiddling with all the settings, did I flip this at some point? And since I flipped it, it gave me the accessories. And when I flip it back, it doesn't take them away again. Hold on, this is something else I think I'm going to go ahead and look up. Usually I have a rule where I try not to look up stuff playing a game for the first time. And I'm already breaking this rule a second time in the first 2 episodes. Really just first episode and 8 minutes into the second. But this is just kind of about basic menu stuff, I guess. I've come to the conclusion that I don't think me switching this had anything to do with it. I think you just get those accessories no matter what. I'm gonna try not to use them. I'm gonna try not to use them. Cause I do feel like they're kind of cheat codes. I mean, they're there. If you want to use them, you can. If you don't, then don't. So whatever. It's just kind of... I was just kind of confused seeing those. So basically, these two rings do the same thing, except this one just slows down time before an attack, so you can have a good chance of dodging it. Or if that's not good enough for you, just use this ring and you're gonna dodge the attack no matter what, as long as it's an attack you're supposed to dodge. The sister is in the party, but maybe she doesn't... I guess she can't help in combat any, at least not right now, so that's why I can't really access...
Protect His Highness, not the other way around.
I know that, and on my honor as a shield, I'll defend him with my life.
Yeah, I guess that's why I can't access her stats and give her equipment and stuff, because I'm not taking her to combat.
Make sure all the crystals are accounted for.
Need to shift this lot before we lose the light.
Make sure you get a good edge on that, eh?
I know! I'm not about to send our lads off to war with dull blades.
Preparation is key. We must be ready to march at any time.
You don't need to tell this one. She's raring to go.
She's heard this before.
All right. Let's get this stuff unpacked before the Duchess calls for our heads. Right you are.
Cool.
Well, this is it, lads. Time to put an end to their little crusade. And Rosaria's future will be secure.
That was a thrilling bout, my lord.
You put on quite the show for us, Lord Rossfield. Any man who can do that deserves to be first shield. Age and experience be damned. You put on quite the show for us, Lord Rossfield. Any man who can do that deserves to be first shield. Age and experience be damned.
Huh, what? Are you still talking to me?
Preparation is key. We must be ready to march at any time.
They've closed the gates.
Let's hope the side entrance is still open.
All right. Let's get
Phoenix will be with us.
the Duchess calls for our heads.
That guy has a mark on his face. He looks sort of like he would be a slave.
Good as new.
Forgive me, Lord Marquess, pray do not concern yourself with this bungling cur. Bow to him, you fool. But I say to speak.
Well, seeing that kind of more or less spoils what's going to happen to this dude.
It was no trouble. Really.
Oh, do not indulge him.
To Clive.
To stand in your lordship's presence is more than his kind deserves. Why, neither the Empire nor the Republic treat their bearers half so well. He was lucky to be born in your father's dominion. Very lucky, as I remind him every day.
Stand, please.
Stand.
I trust his good fortune will continue.
Of course, if that is your lordship's wish.
Don't work too hard. Remember, it is for the good of the duchy that you serve.
As do we all, my lord.
As do we all.
Come along now. Back to your duties.
So I guess that's kind of like a curse mark they put on their slaves. I mean, I'm guessing early on here that Clive is gonna end up doing stuff. Probably stuff that's not really his fault.
Looks like they're getting ready for supper.
I think someone's hungry.
Like, he's not gonna do anything that we as the players think is truly bad. But he's gonna do stuff to piss off his family and his kingdom, and he's gonna get branded with one of them curse marks. And, you know, maybe be made a slave. Pretty interesting.
Well, don't you make an handsome cake?
Might not all play exactly like that.
Feast for the two of you, soon enough.
I'm having my bearer fill the well, my lord. Best to save what crystals we can, eh?
Bearers.
This is down again, apparently.
I'm having my bearer fill the well, my lord. Best to save what crystals we can, eh?
L3 for animal instinct. Not sure if it's doing anything. I'm sure it's referring to our little pet puppy dog.
Fine display, my lord. Almost felt sorry for the Lord Commander. Fine display, my lord. Almost felt sorry for the Lord Commander.
nice and quiet in here, isn't it? There's Joshua.
Marquis, forgive my man. You'll be done in a jiffy. Just getting the place tidied up for the big procession. Marquis, forgive my man. You'll be done in a jiffy. Just getting the place tidied up for the big procession.
You will put Joshua's comfort and safety before your own. Do you understand? Yes, Your Grace.
Clive,
Are you worried about the war?
The soldiers will expect the Phoenix to help them, but I don't know if I can.
Don't worry, Joshua. Father will guide you. And I will protect you. Always.
I know. Thank you, Clive.
By the way, I should have mentioned this in the last episode actually, but well, this kind of reminds me of something else I definitely should have mentioned in the last episode. Shit, yeah. I'm getting to where I'm always forgetting to mention this. But, by the way, spoiler alerts for all things Final Fantasy. I would even say spoiler alert for all things Kingdom Hearts. Okay, I am blind playing this game, but I might see something that happens, and it might remind me of something that happens in Final Fantasy VII, and I might want to point it out. And who knows, I might say some really lore-heavy stuff. So, just spoiler for everything Final Fantasy, because you never know. And the same thing for Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, definitely should have said that at the beginning of the last episode. Maybe I'll just end up putting that in the description of every episode. Guess he's using wind magic to trim the bushes. That's pretty neat. But also, the other thing I wanted to say, well shit, what was the other thing I wanted to say? Damn, I honestly can't remember now. Damn. Well,
Do you understand? The power of the Phoenix dwells within Joshua, and Joshua alone. If any ill should befall him, it will be on your head. Do not neglect your duties again. Yes, Your Grace.
but were we not seeing Clive here using some Phoenix powers in the fight against that other guy?
I'm alright. I promise. I'm alright. I promise.
Oh.
Good luck.
You commanded my presence, Your Grace. How may I serve you?
All right, you can stop licking my boots. Mother isn't here.
Do the territories fare any better?
Most lie under a pall of black. In just these few moons, the Blight has taken nigh on all of the northern reaches. It is only a matter of time before it crosses the border.
By the flames.
Nearly every available bed in the capital is already occupied by those fleeing the Deadlands. Even if we were to send them south, to Port Isolde, more would only follow in their wake. Every day we delay brings us closer to disaster. We must move now.
Against the Iron Kingdom.
We have traded blows with them for too long. It is time to end it.
At the very least, we must secure Drake's breath. Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
The Iron Blood will not relinquish it easily. This will be a bitter fight.
We ride for Phoenix Gate tomorrow. There we will listen to the words of our ancestors, as tradition dictates.
Am I to go with you as Joshua's shield?
There is something else I would have you do first. Rodney.
You will have heard the reports, I am sure, of beastmen from the north being sighted within our borders.
Goblins in the Stillwind Marshes. I know of the rumors, yes.
Then you know what must be done. I will give you 2 good men. While we ride north tomorrow, you will journey to Stillwind, search it and clear it. Then you will join us at Phoenix Gate.
It's like killing Ifrit in the beginning of Final Fantasy VIII all over again.
It's time to prove yourself.
To become a...
And shut your mother up for good.
To try and become a seed.
I will do my duty, Your Grace.
That will be all. Rest well. We ride at dawn.
Yes, Your Grace.
Active time lore. Press the touchpad to access the active time lore. Feature a compilation of important information relevant to Clive's current storyline progression. ATL can even be viewed during most cutscenes. All ATL entries can be accessed later in the game.
We drove the Iron Blood from our shores once before, but their patriarch still dreams of spreading his message to Storm. And when the Crusaders march, they move a damn sight quicker than the Blight ever did.
So we recapture the Mother Crystal, end their ambitions, and secure the duchy.
Only the light of the Phoenix can guide us through these dark days. But that does not mean I'm happy asking this of Joshua. Look after him, won't you?
even if it costs me my life.
Let's make sure it doesn't come to that.
I'm trusting in you to keep your brother safe. I'm trusting in you to keep your brother safe.
No messages, my lord. No messages, my lord.
This war we mean to wage, it isn't only for control of the Mother Crystal. Above all else, we cannot allow those Ironblood savages to gain a foothold on Storm.
I know. I would sooner die than see them darken our shores again. I wish you a safe journey tomorrow.
And I you, Clive. May your blade strike true. Get a good night's sleep, Clive. The morrow may ask much of you. Get a good night's sleep, Clive. The morrow may ask much of you.
Alright. Time to get some shut-eye. Maybe I should turn the brightness up a little. Yeah, this is back where it was.
How long will you be away this time?
Not long. 4 days, maybe 5.
And you will be taking Joshua?
Well, I can't exactly leave him behind, can I? The blood of the Rosfields runs in his veins. Before going to war, we perform the rite at Phoenix Gate. It's our way. You know that. And only the dominant can enter the apothecary, so yes, I'm taking Joshua.
Oh, to hell with your way! The boy is ill.
You think I don't know that? But the boy is also the Phoenix. The heir to the throne. You can't keep him in swaddling clothes all of his life.
Elwyn!
Don't worry. Clive will watch over him. Though he is a youth of but 15 years, he's already a fine soldier. He will make a splendid shield.
You see more in him than the Phoenix did. He was rejected, Elwyn. Our household has no place for such a failure. He is worthless, a man like any other.
As am I, my dear.
Nonsense. You are the Archduke of Rosaria.
Oh, not this again. You know as well as I do that I only sit upon the throne because my father was taken before his time. I am merely warming the seat till Joshua comes of age.
You are your father's firstborn son, and you sit upon the throne. All is in its right place. Unlike some, you have not disgraced our noble blood.
Without men like Clive to keep us safe, your precious noble blood would long since have graced the gutter. We have an early start. I'm going to sleep.
This is it then. Time to prove yourself.
Wishing on a star?
I'm a little old for that. I should get some sleep.
Right. You're going with them tomorrow, aren't you?
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him. He takes too many risks. I only wish I could save him from himself.
Clive, you...
I have another mission too. Father has given me my first command.
Well, if you're not going to pray to Metia for your safe return, I shall just have to do it for you. There's going to be another war, isn't there? Since coming here, I've begun to take peace for granted. I assumed the war between our nations would be the last. But it never really ends, does it?
No. The next war will be bigger than before.
But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You're a shield of Rosaria, after all, and blessed by the Phoenix.
Well, is he or isn't he?
It's getting cold. We should go in. My lady.
Good night, Clive.
Alright, I don't think she's their sister. Maybe she's just another one of their servants.
Sorry, Ambrosia. I won't be hunting today.
She said as much that she wasn't
I'm sure you'll do brilliantly.
by just saying she came to this land.
Good luck.
And obviously there was kind of like a little bit of a romantic vibe there between the two. So I don't think she is their sister.
We ride for Phoenix Gate. May the blessing of the crystals go with us and shield the Firebird's flame forevermore!
His Grace departs! Open the gates!
Lord Rosfield, allow me. I shall see her safely to Phoenix Gate.
Thank you.
Biggs and Wedge?
We're ready to depart, my lord.
May I say what an honor it is to serve alongside you? This is to be no mere investigation. If there are goblins in Stillwind, they won't leave willingly. The Beastmen are a fierce foe. We underestimate them at our peril.
Not today, we won't.
Sir Wade, Sir Tyler, let us do our duty.
With
No.
pleasure, my lord.
As you command.
Not Biggs and Wedge. Wade and Tyler. Are they actually going to be my party here?
Crystals go with us.
Okay. There's an actual map here. The world map displays all locations. Currently available to Clive via fast travel. Alright, that's cool. Stillwind. Part of Western Rosaria. There was a time not long ago that the songs of civilization echoed through Stillwind's knotted boughs. Now the settlements lie abandoned, and the only sounds to escape this forsaken place are the house of beasts that have fled the Deadlands to make the bogs their home. By the way, this game doesn't really seem to have chapters, which is something Final Fantasy has been doing lately.
The reports placed them in this area. It's all swamps from here. Watch your step, my lord. And everything else.
Feeling overwhelmed, try equipping one or more of the 5 timely accessories. For example, the Ring of Timely Strikes allows the square to chain complex attack combos only using square. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to use them. But I'm not making any promises that I'm not gonna use them at all ever. Well, at least the music that plays in the background plays in the menu as well. I have more party members, but I guess again here I can't see their stats or look at their equipment or anything. Ability points can be spent in the Abilities tab to acquire new abilities as well as upgrade existing ones. If you are unsatisfied with Clive's current build, reset all abilities and try again, as there is no penalty for doing so. Huh, okay, cool. Alright, so I guess all this stuff in red I already have, right? Hmm. So like a double jump, but it can only be used when I'm right on top of an enemy. I guess that's a good way to deal with big enemies. the biggest thing here is I just got to get used to everything. It doesn't seem like there's a lot to get used to, but starting off here, quite simply, I just need to get used to what button is attack, what button is jump, what button is dodge, just all that, and let that become second nature. I could have sworn it said it was 5 of these, but I only have 4. Yeah, maybe I don't ever have control of my party members' equipment and such. Maybe you don't really have long-lasting party members in this game. Maybe you only get temporary ones here and there. Which is whatever. Also, I would like to say, well, let me backtrack a little bit here. I do kind of prefer my Final Fantasy games to have long-lasting, if not game-lasting, party members that I can build just as much as my main character. Call me a traditionalist. And speaking of being a traditionalist, you know, I kind of miss how abilities used to be in the older Final Fantasy games, like 5 through 9 especially. Five through 9 probably, those 4 games probably all had the best systems. I say those 4 games because I'm not really counting 8. I should have been more clear on that. 5 through 9 with the exception of 8, but even 8's system, I don't hate 8's system. I don't think it's bad. There are flaws and perhaps oversights with it, but there's fun to be had, I think, personally, with a Final Fantasy VIII system, but especially 5, 6, 9, and 10. 5, 6, 7, and 9. Like those 4 games especially. I think those are my 4 favorite systems in Final Fantasy games. And 8's is, you know, I enjoy 8's. I enjoy 10's too. Not 10 2, but I enjoy 10's. The sphere grid system. You know, once you get into the game a good ways, and you can really start getting a little bit more crazier with it. Even in the beginning, it's alright. Especially, it's kind of fun, kind of strategizing what you want to do with Kamari early on, if nothing else. And even 10-2, like 10-2 it has a decent system. But so far, this is seeming interesting. It's seeming alright. But it's just something about some of these older Final Fantasy games systems that just seem more endearing to me. Just more enjoyable personally. I guess 5, 6, 7, and 9 all have a similar system, and where you equip something to a character and they're building something up to the point where they learn something permanently, and then you can take that off and place something else on them, and they can learn something from that, and maybe take that equipment you took off of them and put it on someone else so they can learn something new. And I guess I just enjoy that. But don't get me wrong, this doesn't seem bad. It's just every single newer Final Fantasy game, it's just they don't have a system like the older games have. I think it's kind of a shame. But it is what it is. But all in all, just so far so good on this game. I think right now we're gonna finally start to get into the full swing of things here. So this is where I'll leave this one. Until next time.